So Kev came over to Bodley where I was playing. Been there for about 5 or 6 years, and went quite well there with him. We finished fourth, I think, in the Peninsula League, and he came over to Exmouth, and I thought just give it a try, to be honest. And yeah, sort of the rest is history, I suppose. Kept my spot, been a bit in and out, but yeah, like you say, 200 games now is quite a milestone, really.
And what did you make of it when you first joined Exmouth? What was it like compared to what it is now?
To be fair, the club's always been great. Like the lads have always been brilliant. They're very welcoming. We were very successful early on as well. Obviously, won quite a lot of games. So you get that positive feeling. Really enjoyed it here. Cemented my place and did quite well. Played a bit in the middle on the left. So tried lots of different things, and yeah, it went really well. And just loved it every time I come here. I've enjoyed it. So just stuck it out, really. Yeah.
And you were part of the team that obviously got promoted to the Southern League. You've been in both promotion winning sides. What was that like, and what are your memories of that time period?
I think anyone that used to come here always hated coming to Exmouth. We were slightly different, a little bit more direct, quite physical, bit unorthodox, but it just seemed to work. And I think we all played on it, really. And yeah, like you say, won the Peninsula League, went into the Western League, bit up and down with COVID and stuff, but then won the Western League as well, and that the squads had stayed quite similar, so it was the same lads going through, and it was really good to sort of go up with them and gain all that success, and like you say, lots of wins. So it was always felt really good coming down here.
And was there a game in this spell, so maybe block it into two, so in that first Southern Peninsula and Western League, that stands out to you as one of your favourite games there? I
think the last game of the season in the Peninsula, we got promoted, where we played down at Bodmin, and loads of fans. We had beers after, with the fans on the pitch, and just like that celebration, and it just really felt like a together club. Everyone mucked in. It was a good result down there, and it just felt like really, really good. And that feeling doesn't go, and I think that's sort of what made me stay, and I wanted to carry on, and just loved it ever since, really.
And how has it been for yourself stepping up into a Southern League level? The highest level I assume you play in your career. So yeah. How has that been for you?
Yeah, it's very different. As a lot of lads that have come down and played really good standard football and come down, whereas I've sort of gone the other way. So it's been tricky. I've had to adapt and be a bit clever with it, and it's very different for me. But I've really enjoyed it, and I feel like I've brought my game into it, and sort of built that into what we can do here. So.
And is there a game from this sort of era of the club that stands out for you?
I mean, like I say, I think the Portsmouth game was probably the big one for me. In terms of like me personally, couple of important. I scored a nice goal here at Tavy, which won us the game 1-0. So like little things like that, and like you said, just those close games. There's ones that there was quite a lot of fans here for the Tavistock one as well. We had about 600 people here, and just that sort of that stands out to you. You feel like you're really privileged to be here. So.
And does it mean a lot to you that you've stuck in the team, you've managed to keep earning your spot in the team under Kevin, and so much can change in a football club over 12 months, and you've been a constant throughout in terms of Exeter Town's recent history? Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, sort of trying to step up, and I feel like I've had to change my game. I've had to learn lots of different things, and lots of real quality players come into the team, and I feel like I've just sort of found my place, working alongside those. So I've really enjoyed it, and it's been really good. And almost like for yourself, like when you think of an Exeter Town team, especially in Exeter Field, it's hard to think of a team that even if you're not there, it doesn't. Your personality, your work rate is always there. Does that stick out to you as like just something crazy for you, that like it's hard to think of an Exeter midfield that isn't super hard working, and that usually involves you? Absolutely.
I mean, every player that's played for Exeter has always given 110%, and the work rate is part of what we were. And like I said, in that early stages, we were a bit unorthodox, but we worked so hard, and that's kind of what made us, we worked for each other, and teams didn't like that, and that's why we gained so much success. And then we've come into the Southern League. It's been a little bit different. Obviously, some real quality players now that we're playing against, and we've had to adapt a little bit, but I feel like we've still got that mentality of like, let's just work so hard for everyone. And the games where we get a lot of success is the ones where people come off the pitch and they just you can see how hard they've worked, and they've worked for each other.
And I know obviously you're not a regular goal scorer, but you are someone that does seem to score every time a spectacular goal every season. Is there one that sticks out to you?
I'm sneaking with a couple, yeah, not many goals. I scored quite a nice header here actually, which I don't think I've scored many headers. And the one at Manor Farm, I think it was last year, was quite a nice one again. And like you say, usually my goals are quite tight games. So yeah, I just try and get in the score as many as I can, really. So.
And this season, obviously, it started really well, way better than last season, probably way better than what people expected. What are your goals for this season, for yourself personally, and also for the club?
I think the club have, got high targets. We want to be up there, which I feel like, being second at the moment, we've definitely shown that, and up and near the top would be great. Myself, just keep playing really, keep my spot, maybe chip in a few more goals if I can. Feels like I've maybe got a little bit more of a licence this year to sneak forward a little bit, so hopefully maybe can get 1 or 2 more goals would be quite nice.
And does this season feel a little bit different to previous Southern League campaigns, where you're not just sort of fighting to stay, but you are a part of the league now? It's not a case of we're the promoted team. We are the Southern League side now. Is it reflecting onto the pitch a little bit, that confidence? Yeah,
I think so. We used to go to games and we were massive underdogs and we had nothing to lose. And I think that's why particularly that first season, we did quite well at the start, because people didn't know what to expect from us. And like I say, we were very different. But now we're sort of cemented as a Southern League club, and I feel like we're playing nicer football. I think the fans have noticed that as well. That actually it looks a lot better down here. And like I said, hopefully we can keep that place and be a regular Southern League club now, I think.
And we've got the game coming up against Plymouth, obviously going to be a well-attended fixture, and we know that we're going to be highlighting a charity that's close to your heart in mind over MMD. Can you just talk us through a little bit about that cause and why it means so much?
Yeah, so motor neurons disease. I've got a friend who I used to work with who suffers at the moment, and I know there's a few people linked with the club that have sort of got a relation to it as well, and obviously we want to try and support that as best we can. We've got the warm-up tops we'll be wearing to promote the MND stuff as well, so it'd be great to see people supporting that. And I think there's going to be some buckets and stuff, so if people can bring a few quid and just chuck it in there, and we'll put the link online, I expect, as well. So supporting that charity, obviously it's special for myself and a few others as well, so make sure we're really supporting that. Would be great.
Great, and that will be great. And then just to finally end it, what do you think makes Exeter Town sort of different to other non-league clubs in sort of, especially in the southwest area?
I think when you come down here and you see, the relationship with the players, we all gel, we get on really well together. There's a good relationship with the fans. We get, the away support, going on the minibuses and the coaches and stuff, and the support and the way that we sort of link together, and everyone gets involved. It's really, really good. It's such a positive vibe down here, and hopefully that's going to continue.